Hello everybody, it's Laurie Blomer here on Sunday, April 14th, a glorious day here in southeastern Pennsylvania here in the U.S. Beautiful spring day, and I hope wherever you are in whatever hemisphere you're in that you're enjoying a beautiful day as well. We are here for today's card pull, or this week's card pull for spiritual reflection and spiritual inspiration. Those of you who have been watching for a while know that I like to pull a card each week just to offer a helpful lens through which to observe our experience and for the purpose of spiritual growth and continued development. And I always share what jumps out to me by way of inspiration when I pull the card, and I encourage you to pay attention to what really resonates with you, which could be different than what I'm getting. Just really honor what you want to take from the card for inspiration, for reflection, for growth. So those of you who are new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy it. I tried to rotate different decks, although I certainly have my favorites. But this one I haven't worked with for a while, and I can't remember if I actually pulled any from this deck with this group. And it's called the Empathic Oracle. It's by Steve Wilson and Michelle Matuzis. It is a 58 card deck, 56, 58, I think it's 58. It's a really neat deck. Many people who work with cards, engage in self-reflection, are often fairly empathetic people. In psychic development, there's a term of empath, which is related to a psychic intuitive ability called clairsentience. Clairsentience means clear feeling. And there are many ways that it expresses itself, but one of them is empathy and the way that we're able to connect with other people's emotions and other people's feelings. And sometimes some people connect so well to others that they become confused as to what am I really feeling and what is really somebody else's. So anyway, I thought this would be an interesting exploration today to pull from this deck. So as you can tell, I've been shuffling along here as I've been talking. I always kind of shuffle until it feels like it feels complete to me. Mainly what feels complete to me is the cards are really mixed up. I've really truly shuffled them and pulled them, put them in a random order. And the other reason is because I really want to connect with the energy of the question, because like anything else, it's garbage in, garbage out. So if I'm not clear on my question, I'm not going to be clear on the answer that's provided either, or the insight that's been offered. So when people say, how long do you shuffle? I say until it feels right, until it feels complete, till you feel ready. And I also have a compulsion to, after shuffling, pull some out of the middle. So I always have to do that, and that's kind of my way of locking in on the coordinates. This feels, one more. I guess I'm gonna do one more. And then I gotta pull my card. There are many ways to pull cards. When I'm standing, since I don't have a table to work on, I tend to just hold them in both hands, put my thumb on them, push them, and wherever my thumb lands is the card that we're gonna go with. So this week's card is Shielding. Number 13, Shielding. I'm gonna give you a good look at it. So obviously we have an image of a shield here. What I like about this shield is that we've got these sort of directional symbols in the center and almost what looks like petals. So it goes in all directions, if you will, but it also has a clear boundary around it. What I really like about this, well, there's sort of darkness, almost like the unknown on the outside of the shield. Within the shield, there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of balance. Again, it kind of looks like a flower. There's symmetry. And something else I want to offer to you is the number is 13. In numerology, it's actually called a karmic debt number, 13/4, meaning I have the 3 and the 1 together and I get 4. From a karmic debt point of view, what 13 means is I've had a lifetime or lifetimes where I probably let other people do the heavy lifting, might have been a little bit lazy, let other people do the work. So in this lifetime, what I need to balance is 4 is the number of hard work, structure, discipline, organization. And I also look at the 1 and the 3. 1 is about sort of asserting myself as an individual, my own independence. 3 is a number of creativity, fun, expression. I want to turn this into a numerology lesson. But my point is, I'm looking at number 4 as structure, and certainly a shield would mean structure here. It's a clear boundary. There's also a lot of balance and symmetry within what's going on, and that's the inner part of that boundary. But the 1 and the 3 means I need to balance individuality and fun. Like there's a time for work, there's a time for play. 13/4 energy, as is known as a karmic debt number, may also mean that I may feel like I need to work harder in order to get things done and the person next to me. You can get it done when you've got that type of energy. And by the way, that can be the energy of a day, it could be the energy of a month, of a year, or it can be one of the significant numbers in your numerology chart. But the point is that energy demonstrates that I need to balance fun, I need to balance work as well. But ultimately, I need to sort of follow the rules, do due diligence, get it done right, and not take shortcuts. It may seem harder, but in the long run, it will serve me well. If I put this in the context of empathy, it might mean literally I need to find ways to shield myself, and I may find that I have a harder job of doing it than some other people do. I may find it harder to turn off other people's emotions, other people's feelings, and just really focus on what's within my control, which is me. But it doesn't mean that I can't have some fun doing it and create this rich inner life, or just a rich life period, while keeping a healthy boundary with the outside world. So I look at this as a card that reminds me of protection. It's a card that also reminds me of the fact that, again, there's a lot of richness going on here and a lot of balance. And when I think of 4 and balance here, it might be mind, it might be health, mental, emotional, cognitive, spiritual, like 4 legs of a table. Making sure that my life is balanced, that I am healthy, and that sort of lets me deal with the unknown of what's going on in the outside world, but it lets me hold my own by maintaining my own and taking care of myself so that I'm good, almost regardless of the situation I find myself in. Hopefully, regardless of, but I think in reality it's almost regardless of, because we are affected by the world. So that's my take from it. It's the empathic oracle. So for me, it tells me probably need to shield myself, but I need to be mindful of I'm the one that needs to create it. And it might take me a little bit more work than perhaps some others to be able to create that boundary, whether it's an emotional boundary with others, energetic boundary with others, or just feeling strong enough to say no in situations that I just don't want to participate in. But this care and feeding is important. Creating balance is important. That helps you create that boundary. And that enables others, I think, to respect that boundary because they see you're holding your own. So that's my take. But I encourage you to take away whatever really resonates with you, that's what's most important to you, and whatever inspires you this week, and whatever you want to reflect upon this week. So, again, Laurie Blomer. My website is laurieblomer.com. My email address is laurieblomerpsychic@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. Would love to work with you. And I hope you have an inspired week with a nice, healthy shield. Thanks for watching.